And we're live. What's up, ladies?
Hey,
Yo,
what's
yo, what's
happening?
up? What's up?
Nothing, nothing. Melanated perspective. Haven't been here in a minute. It's February. We melanated, and we're here to talk about it.
And you
Let's
know
get it.
what? It feels good to be back.
It
It's good
does
to be here with y'all, for real,
feel
for
real
real.
good.
It's good. It's good. So what we talking about is Black History Month, Black History Anniversary, Black 365, whatever. So we just talking black, melanated, whatever's on our minds.
And
Um,
I'm just glad you said Black 365, right?
For
Like, don't
real.
get me wrong. Like, I'm not trying to say I'm not grateful for Black History Month because our history is so rich, it should be showcased,
Right,
right?
right. I agree with that. Right, I agree with that. I'm gonna give the people in DC a shout out for 28 days, But like you say, 365, 24/7 is always,
I
it's
mean, long
always
as
a
I
big
can
old melting
remember,
pot for us. For
yeah, I've
real.
been black. Yeah, long as I can
That's
remember.
right.
So that's all I know. I mean, I
yeah,
know other
Right,
things, but that's my foundation.
right. HBC us. How about that?
That
Ah,
there you
part.
right.
go.
That might need to be a shirt, yo.
That,
HBC us.
that should be. That should be. So what we got going
I
on in
like
our
that.
black community? What we got going on?
Oh, uh, well, let's just get it out the way. The little brown boy, Cody Bigsby, missing in Hampton, and probably he has to be known about nationally by now, even if
Yeah.
not via a regular news source. Social media and word of mouth, and it's been a lot of chatter about it. I'm trying to remain
Hmm.
positive that the little youth will be found alive, but I really have this sick ass feeling, and I've had
Yeah.
it from since I heard about him a week
Right.
ago today. So it's been
Right.
7 days,
Right.
and
Right.
you just I just don't want to say, but that's what's happening,
I just
around
want
here.
to say shout out to the 757, my hometown, even though I'm here in Dallas, Texas. Been keeping up with it, trying to do as much as I can from here. And shout out to my peeps, the community. They really have done an amazing job at coming together, trying to locate this little boy and locate him safe and locate him to bring him home to family members or whatever the case may be. And we all have known of a 4-year old, have had a 4-year old, have raised a 4-year old,
Mhm.
4-year old grandkids, whatever the case may be, the next door neighbor kid, cutting peep kids,
Right, right,
good,
right.
bad, or indifferent. He's a young black male, and we need to find him. Either way, to bring him home, give him a congratulatory parade, a gondola, whatever, and God forbid the other way. I don't even want to think like that, but I'm with you, Carrie. I just wish if somebody knows something, they would really talk. Um, 7 days is a long time not to be
It,
around your parents, and even if he's with somebody that he still wants to be around his familiar, his mom, his
yeah.
dad, his siblings, you know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
and so I did put it out to some black media outlets today.
Oh, thank you so much for that.
Kudos, kudos.
I just got some information that just came through that said that it is still under investigation. Police are not going to release anything pertinent due to the fact that it's still under investigation. So I think they still have hope too. You know, um, as Sonia would say, the peanut gallery. We don't care. We just want facts. Everybody's trying to bring positive energy, and
Yeah. And
yeah, if we just keep hope alive.
I think people want to help. They really want to. This
Hmm.
has touched everybody, like in some way, shape, or form. And I think people's intentions are good. But one thing I'm not going to do, and that I just don't ever see myself doing, is proving this man guilty before he's even had a trial. I can't go. I can't discredit this black man publicly like how I have seen people doing. Number one, because I don't believe in it. Number
Yeah.
two, and I'm saying all this not to say, oh, he didn't do it. I don't know the fuck what happened. If I knew, we wouldn't even be having this conversation, right?
Right. Right.
But you hear about the brother living in the small townhome with him and these four youth, and now he's bought another house that is seems to be larger and more family accommodating. Like,
Hmm. So
his
he's
intention.
trying.
Yeah, it's like he was trying to provide for his children. And I can't say shit about him leaving his youth at home either, because that happened to me with my ex. He left Triness in the truck. She was asleep, parked right in front of the video store. This tells you how long ago that was. We talk about the
Right.
video
Right.
store, right? Yeah, he goes in to drop off the videos, come back out, and it's a white man at the truck, and he's at the payphone, and
Mm-hmm. Right, right, right.
yeah, he had to go to court for that whole thing and everything. So, was that to say that he was negligent with Triness in the sense of the law? Yes, but in his mind, oh, all the doors are locked. She's asleep. I'm right here. I'm running in. I'm running out.
And we've all had that mindset. You know what I mean? We've all had, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, I haven't been at a family member's house and, had one kid in the car and went to pick up the other kid and told him, don't get out the car because I'm coming right back. And
Mm-hmm.
then a conversation lasts 5 minutes more than what you expect. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? But you feel
Yep.
like, okay, I'm parked in front of my family house and I'm looking, I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I can remember an incident where, I was at work in Chesapeake, right? In Chesapeake, Virginia, household. And one of the managers got a phone call. Wife went to the post office. She just went to go drop. This is for the, you know what I'm saying? She went to go drop the mail in the post office and check
Right.
the post office box and came back and somebody had drove off with the car with the baby in the back of the car.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? So can you imagine what that was like for her? What that was like for him? It's just you just think, okay, it's only gonna be a minute. I don't think people mean anything by it, but I just want to say, regardless of what we know, I want to say to Mr. Bigsby, hats off to you because you had your kids. How about that?
Ooh,
You had
all
your
four of them.
kids. All right, all four of them, not one, not two, not three, but four. Two sets of twins, a 5 and a 4 year old. And the stigma is that black men aren't there for their children.
Mm. Right.
Nobody knows how hard, how difficult it was. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows this incident where they've gotten him on these counts of neglect. He could have been running to go get Pampers or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. We don't know what time of the year it was. How difficult what he's saying to gather them all up and put them in a car. We don't know what size car he got. We don't know if he got an SUV. We don't know if he got a 3-seat
He,
Suburban. We don't
and
know.
he probably ain't got 4 car seats. He
How
probably
about
needs
that?
4 car seats,
How
right?
about that? Right. He needs 4 car seats because the 5 year old probably not big enough to be in a booster, and a booster seat take up enough. He can't put him in the front. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So we don't know what his health is like. We know his family's from DC, but we don't know what family he has in the area to assist him. You know what I'm saying? If you got a girlfriend, fiance, we don't know the situation. So we don't have the right to judge this man. I'm just saying if you know something, tell the truth, man. We need to know where this baby is at. Because I'm telling you, I know all three of us done had some sleepless nights behind this kid, man. It's
So
just,
many.
yeah, we're not even close. We're not even close.
We don't even know.
Yeah, it's tragic. I mean, it's tragic in the sense of the not knowing, the enigma. You know what I'm saying?
It's just
It's
eating
just,
my ass up.
yeah. Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Well,
Without a doubt. It's
and
crazy.
like I said, though, everybody's innocent until proven guilty.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, he's just charged with child neglect and Of course, he should be crucified if he did something to the child. No question. But right now, we don't know. We don't know what the police know. We don't know what the police was doing when they had him for 4 days and he wasn't talking to nobody. So I just want to say the world should just hopefully just hope for the safe return of Cody. I mean, that's what we should be hoping for, and hopefully the truth will come out, and hopefully he'll be safe. And
Yeah.
let's just not
That's it.
judge the dad automatically. And I hopefully we won't be back on saying something different. But right now, let's just go with it and try to find them.
I agree with that. And I also want to say, from being a single parent myself, um, the communities and these government entities, man, you have got to put some things in place to help these people out. Man trying to take care of kids, man trying to work, female trying to take care of kids, female trying to work. You know what I'm saying? We need to have these communities back together where villages were raising kids, and you can't trust your neighbor. You don't talk to
Yep.
them no more. People barely even know their neighbors. You know what I'm saying? I remember when our kids were growing up in high school and we lived in the same neighborhood almost their entire junior high school career. Okay, they had friends. Our son had friends that we didn't even meet their parents. They would come spend the night. We would talk to them over the phone. They lived right down the street. Never saw them for 4 or 5 years until graduation. Or if we went down there to them, it's a whole different world. And back in the day, it was like, "Oh, mom, I'm going to spend. You going to spend the night with who? What's their
Right.
phone number? What's the
Right.
address? Who they people?" You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Do
That's
I
right.
do I know somebody? You know what I'm saying? Do they live next door to somebody? What church they go to?
My mama ain't go
Yeah,
for that shit.
Yeah, we
yeah.
used
We shit.
now
I
we don't
barely stay to somebody's house.
we don't take care of each other. We used to have a community, and black people took care of each other. Now we don't.
Yeah,
We don't know.
yeah,
Now all of a sudden everybody's seeing all this stuff happening, and now they're telling about it. But if you were really concerned, why weren't you telling when you saw it initially? So
exactly.
I just feel like I don't.
Yeah,
We don't know what's the truth and where's the lie. Where's the line?
yeah,
It's just one of
yeah.
the things that we just gotta hope for the best. But it started off our February, with the downer, and so. But I got another topic, and I didn't want to bring this up, but we were talking about kids and babies, and I heard a lot of our people talking about this. But Nick Cannon is get ready to have his eighth kid, and
Hmm.
my thought on that is power to the brother, because there's so many people that won't take care of one kid, but he have eight kids. He's about to have eight kids that he's taking care of. What? Why? Why? Carrie put this on Facebook today, but why are we condemning this man who he's just doing what he want to do with his life and with his family? Why are we as a people condemning him?
And we haven't heard anything about neglect charges or him
None
not
of
paying
that.
his child
Baby, my
support.
baby mamas ain't tripping, so why we tripping?
They
How about
seem to
that?
be just
Baby
fine.
mamas is cool. Baby mamas ain't saying nothing. We don't know. He just lost a kid. We don't know. They may have all rallied together and embraced the chick. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? And it's just I think out of respect too, you got to look at it. He was like, the other baby mama, the new baby mama knew. They were trying to respect, the one that he lost. They didn't have to do that. And, any one of these baby mamas could have came out and been like, oh, he this, he that. That didn't go down.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
And Mariah crazy ass, she should have been the first one to say something on the cool.
But the thing about it, he take care of him. He does what he's supposed to do. He's a
He
great
take care of him. He there for him. That's right.
He
Being
should
a father.
be father of the year, because who else with eight kids doing all that? Who else
Exactly.
doing all that? He
Yeah,
got two
yeah,
kids, not getting
yeah.
child support, and they talking about Nick Cannon.
George Foreman. That's about the only one I know got all them kids.
Oh, who
Uh,
is Hammer or Master P or somebody? I can't remember who it is, but somebody else got like 10, 11 children or something like that.
oh. DMX
But
did. DMX had a whole
DMX
bunch of
had a lot
kids.
of youth.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah.
nobody would have gave him an award for Father of the Year. Let's just be real, though. I love
Yeah.
X, but he won't Father of
Oh
the Year.
no.
You know,
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
different case. He wasn't
Yeah, it
taking
is.
care of
It is. It's
himself.
on a
So
different level. But I'm
yeah.
just glad that, one thing they were, the ex-wife was saying he would have wanted was all of his kids together. So let's just hope that it's still like that. You know what I'm saying? That they all are still embracing each other as siblings, and we really just need to get back to that though.
But back to Sonia's point and her question, and because I would like to know the answer to this. Why do we do that? Why
Well,
do why
they
do we
got this
do this
thing,
to each
got this
other?
thing called, what is it called? Cancel culture now is what they call it. And I mean, it's running rampant, and nobody's really saying anything about it. And they really need to do something with these trolls, because you look at Facebook has changed, any social media outlet has changed because of cancel culture, because of what is it called, fake news, everything. I mean, we have just created this fireball of nonsense, allowed it to get out of control, and now we like, we got to do something about it. Well, damage is already done. Motherfuckers jumping off roofs, they killing themselves, and you know what I'm saying. Even to talk about that, you know what I'm saying. The young lady that was Miss USA or whatever allegedly killed suicide. To the point where she. Her last words was, it was so devastating to her to turn 30 years old. I mean, I can't even imagine that.
She
I can't
actually
even.
said that out of her
She's
mouth.
in real life. Posted it, dog. Posted it. Posted it. And Jay was like 30. My husband was like 30. He said, damn, Jesus got to 33. She got a problem becoming 30. You know what
Mm,
I'm saying? So
beautiful.
you worried about, yeah, you worried about your body and what you gonna look like and all of this, and what somebody gonna think of you because you might got some cat wrinkles, or like my grandmother would say, the sand and shifted south from the hourglass. I mean, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? If that's really true, the reason why she did it, that she had so much pressure that she felt like she couldn't do it anymore. I mean, we gotta quit, man. We just gotta quit.
mm, mm. Well,
Just gotta
yeah,
quit.
I know.
Because it's Black History Month or Black History 365 for us, but it's our anniversary month for Black History. They want to give us that. Let's talk about this real quick, real quick. Why in the 2000, the 2020s, 2022 are we still discussing civil rights?
Mm.
Uh,
Hello.
As Sister
that's
Carrie would say, there is a plethora of events, as far as I'm concerned,
Yes.
I
that has
love that
caused
fucking
us to
word.
be here, right? Because it's a wonderful word. But there are a series of unfortunate events, the reason why we have gotten here, and Jay and I had these conversations all the time. We haven't stuck together. That's one. We haven't said, why are we talking about this, and it's already been resolved. you know um I mean, I just think that there's a lot of things that we just allow. You how do you do this? This was voted on. People died. I mean, just were humiliated, all this type of stuff. Why are we here? I do not understand this. Why is it even a table of discussion? I want to ask the National Congressional Black Caucus that. Why is this an issue? The majority of y'all asses was in the march. Why are you even allowing this to come to the table?
Well, and see, you know what? Monica, you just hit like every nail on the head, really, centered around why we keep going through the same generational cipher with trying to have some, again, civil rights in this place, right? And every time I hear civil rights, I think, what would have happened had we pursued human rights versus civil,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yes,
constitutionally
yes.
we were
Mm-hmm.
not defined as a full human,
Mm-hmm.
right? So how can civil rights be acquired if the recognition of humanity is not yet there? And in the course of pursuing human rights, you have opened that up to the world, to all nations, to look at this shit and be like, yes, United States, we have to hold you accountable for how you are treating your citizens
Right.
on this world stage. Because that's what, in like the hotels and stuff in Europe, you don't see a Bible in there. You see the Declaration of Human Rights
Wow.
as published by the UN.
Wow.
Right.
That's
Wow.
what they have.
You're right.
Wow. Didn't know that. Didn't know that.
Hmm.
Wow.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Declaration of Human Rights.
Yes, and Haile Selassie, the last physical reigning king of Ethiopia, he was an advocate for. Ooh, big up, that's your people's girl. That's your people's. That's how it raised my awareness of the importance of human rights as far as melanated people all over the world. Because
Mm.
if we're calling on the world, just like I don't want to get too heavy, but
Go ahead. We got time for it.
Right.
like it was the League of Nations at the
Mm.
time when the Italians were invading Ethiopia, and
Mm-hmm.
it was a period of time of 5 years that His Majesty had left Ethiopia, but eventually he came back. He went into exile in Britain, but came back 5 years to the month and the day that he left. But at any rate, before he left, he spoke to the League of Nations. And it was only one country, I think, out of all of those 49 or 50 something countries who were on the side of Ethiopia. The British were on their side, they helped them logistically and strategically with war. Um, But we was
Mm.
bad on that bitch with that guerrilla warfare. I'm here to tell you, like that hand on hand,
Mm-hmm.
but that's a whole nother story. I could just talk
Mm-hmm.
about this kind of stuff all day. But yeah, there were only one or two countries that came to his aid. But this man, this tiny man, short in stature, with these old school soldiers, whooped ass. Italy did not conquer Ethiopia, and the flag of Ethiopia still flies there today. So that's because the world was watching. That war is what set off World War II. If you talk
Mm.
to a history teacher about that and say, well, no, so, mm-hmm, yeah,
Wasn't
it'll
wasn't about what's his name shooting what's his name over there, huh? I can't think of his name.
look. They this is going into a different segment, like the spirituality segment. So I don't really want to go there, but I'm gonna say this: they thought they was gonna kill God because it was about to mash up their whole shit.
Right. Wow. Wow. You
It was
know what
about
I
to
think
mash
that
up their whole thing, like with the missionary work in Africa,
hmm
the
hmm
acquisition of resources. You know how they just raped and pillaged Africa. They, the black leaders was meeting up. They were talking. It was His
hmm
Majesty, Malcolm X, Castro, Edie Amin, all the melanated brothers that they told us not to like.
hmm hmm
Gaddafi, they was talking money. They was talking
hmm
currency. They was talking
hmm
about whooping ass and getting
hmm
everything back that's ours. Come
hmm
home. Come
But see, you
home
know,
to
right?
Africa.
That's the problem. That's the problem, though. What you're saying. Look at that unity. You have all these different groups of people doing this, doing that. Everybody wants to be recognized holistically and individually. They really not coming together. Yeah, they having conversations, but I was telling James last night, I really don't want to hear this about where we at because there's too many of us that are enlightened and we can't even come together.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't even want to hear it. And then what's messed up about this country is we over there just shipped our boys over to Europe to help out Ukraine, right? We want to boycott the Beijing Olympics because of how they treating people over there. Civil rights. We talk about civil humanity rights, right? But we can't get it right in our own country. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's really disheartening. It's like I don't even want to hear nothing you really got to say.
That's
I don't
because
know if
we
it's pop.
niggas, we's niggas.
Yeah, yeah, without a doubt. Yeah,
Monica, we
yeah.
ain't nothing to
No,
them.
no, we Planet of the Apes if you let Joe Rogan tell his shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
Woo! Conversation.
yeah.
Roll that back. Roll that
Right, 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 right. Joe Rogan, your bitch ass.
back.
Talk about somebody. I got your Planet of the Apes. I'll tell you that.
well, we already know what their MO is. Like, we already know. It's no surprise, really.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But he said it out loud for people to hear, which means it's no filter anymore. It's no filter
Oh,
anymore.
they comfortable. Some of them are quite comfortable now.
Very comfortable, right? And so he gonna he might come back and try to do the little Trayvon Martin thing where they tried to play on the end word. Did he say nigger or did he say nigga? You know what I'm saying? You don't have the right. This is not your word, fool. You know what I'm saying?
That's our
It's not your
intellectual
word.
property, right?
Yeah,
That's our
right.
shit.
That's our shit. Right. And you ain't my nigga, nigga. How about that? You
No.
not. No, you ain't. That's not who you are. You don't
They
come back and apologize. You don't do none of that. You can apologize. You slip. You know what I'm saying? They done posted monumental shit you done said over time. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? That
mm.
you been saying for a grip and getting paid to say the shit on top of that and then want to be bold and say you're not gonna step down. Didn't give an apology. It's like, yeah, whatever. I said it. It is what it is. Then you want to come back when people start pulling shit. And then you want to talk about, oh yeah, well, I'm sorry. Now you want to do the I want to be insensitive and this shit.
Well, I got this song and dance right here.
Yeah. I don't want to offend my one black friend. You know what I'm saying?
But wouldn't
But
you rather want to know? Like,
I
that's why
do.
sometimes it don't
Yeah,
bother me when they
it don't.
come out
I
their mouth and shit.
appreciate.
Wouldn't you rather
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I appreciate it for real. I'm gonna tell you right now. I appreciate the insurrection, and I'm gonna tell you why. The white chick that was the real estate agent that got caught from down here stole my neighbor's house from our old house that we lived at across the street. I lie to you not. And she tried
Oh,
to tell us when she sold our neighbor's house. She sold a house so she could take care of her mother, to have funds to take care of her mother. And she told us then she was crooked. And it's a white chick. This able white chick told us this, right? She called me the moment that she got arrested and
what
said,
you
Monica,
talking
you're
about?
I'm
you're
never
not
gonna
gonna believe who this. Yeah, yeah, I kid you not. This chick right here just doing what she do, and you okay with just walking around like that? They just think it's really okay. It's not okay. But I appreciate it though because now we know who you are. We got your faces. Some of them was our hometown homeboys and homegirls. Some of them weren't. But we know who you are. And it's thousands of y'all dumbasses.
Oh, wait a
Thousands of
minute.
y'all dumbasses.
You said the realtor chick was a part of the insurrection, and
Yeah.
she's incarcerated.
She got out now. She got out.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that
She
was
got
some
out.
karma for her, huh?
And that's exactly what my neighbor said. That's exactly. She robbed her. She kind of robbed her from what she was saying. Like she should have gotten more money for the house than what she did.
Hmm.
She had made some comments and stuff, and she was like, Monica, she's a racist and da da da. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, this is that and the other. And the next thing you know, this bitch on TV. On TV, a part of the insurrection. Right. That's what I say. Hercules, Hercules for real. A whole Hercules moment. You know what I'm saying? But
What do you think
we
about the
talk
people
about
supporting him? Supporting.
huh?
What do you think about the people that are supporting Joe Rogan? What do you think about that?
Well,
Fuck you, Andrew Yang, and fuck you, The Rock. I mean, I'm serious. I'm not even gonna be patient with this shit no more. I'm done. I really am. What you gonna say? Yang said because he works for black people. I
because
work around races all the We all have worked around races all the time. You know what I'm saying? And The Rock, what you didn't have no struggles being a mixed boy. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You got that one piece of white privilege to get you to say some shit like that.
I don't think
He
he
don't
got
have no brown kids. I don't know. I don't know.
shout
Maybe he
out to
on the
Indiana.
Jew side or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Shout out to her. Y'all should all go buy her music and download it from some other platform. But
Yeah, but shout out to the shout out to the Caucasians that pulled their music first and said, I'm not doing that. And they were old heads too. I really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So even though they barbaric as fuck, all of them ain't bad. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they some terrible motherfuckers for real. Try to make it look like it's us, but
the
where do
colon
we get it from?
supporting the cause. Shout out to the colonizers.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Mhm.
but wouldn't it
They're
just
trying to
be
make up for
nice?
it, I guess.
Wouldn't it just be nice if every time we experience some level of fuckery that we could just and like create our own legal system, create our own financial system, create our own educational system, so we wouldn't have to keep dealing with this shit. Because sometimes the idea of my children and my grandchildren experiencing the same bullshit I'm experiencing.
I mean, I think
It's
we can, but we too worried. It's very hurtful.
it's
I think about this, this whole thing with is Ariana, is Tony, is any of them gonna have to go through this 50 years later down the road? They're
that's
gonna
why
be
I'm like,
voting
We
on
can't
civil
vote.
rights again?
We don't know how many pieces of bubble gum in the jar. We can't vote this year.
oh, right, or how
Right.
many? Yo, that lady. I went to that museum in Selma. They had our brothers and sisters having to tell these motherfuckers how many bubbles were on a bar of fucking soap.
Ain't that something? Bubbles.
You heard what I said.
Bubbles. Are you kidding me?
Fucking bubbles
Before or after the water?
after.
After.
God damn. I mean, I'm just
Like,
saying, you know what I
like,
mean? God damn.
look, nigga, you got to tell me how many bubbles on this bar of soap before I'm gonna
Like
let
they
your
knew,
ass
right?
vote.
Like they knew themselves. Like they could count them. They knew it was no matter what you said, it was wrong.
Right. But you see how fucking ignorant that is? This won't even too long ago, y'all.
Yeah, yeah. And speaking of that, like I was saying, you guys, I had a wonderful conversation with my cousin, educator, retired, Ham City school system. We were talking about this Joe Rogan thing. And she was telling me about, and she's a baby boomer, right? But I never, because we kind of interacted with them a little bit. And I know y'all have sisters and stuff that, kind of curve around this baby boomer thing, whether they're young baby boomers or middle aged baby boomers or whatever. But she's mid 70s. And so, watched her go to Hampton Institute, you know what I'm saying? The whole nine, all of them graduate, the whole nine. And she
Yeah,
telling me
when
about
you said Method Institute. So yes.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? She telling me about grew up in Surrey County. She telling me about she can, how they this new governor that they got in Virginia, right?
Mhm.
Wanting to take all this stuff out in books and history to talk about what happened with slavery and all of this other stuff because they don't want their sensitive ears to their little privileged white kids and grandkids to know how fucked up they were, right? And so she's telling me about she can remember being in the eighth grade, right? So we talking 63 that when they would go to the store in Surrey County, how they had to wait for the white people to walk in and for them to get served first. And at the grocery store, right? She telling me about when they integrated the school system, when the president announced nationally that schools would be integrated, that the white people stopped going to school. She said they stopped going for safety reasons for about 2 weeks or so. They went back. She said the white people did not go back to school from 63 to 73. 10
Yeah,
years.
I was in Prince Edward County.
That she said that. Yes, she told me that.
I know somebody who personally and who has that story because she didn't. And then she's a college graduate with a master's degree and own her own business now. But she was in that she was younger, but she didn't. She was supposed to be going to high school, right? And it was after
Yeah,
63. It was in the 70s, and they told you can't go to high school. Basically, the high school they closed down the schools.
that's what she
All the,
said.
all the white people went to private schools in PE.
That's what she said. She said the private school is still standing in Surrey County, a little building in
And this is
Surrey
in
County.
Prince Edward, and she's like she went to school, and they told her, "Oh, you can't go to school." She's like, "I'm in high
Yep.
school. I got to graduate." It's like, "Come and take a test. You can come take the test." And
Hmm.
she had to take a test in GD. Didn't get to do nothing proms, no graduation ceremonies, no nothing, no anything. And she's like, she was scared and frightened, and her sisters and stuff. And so a lot
Yeah.
of people never graduated from in Prince Edward County. Black people during that time period, they went to places like Lynchburg and different places and moved with relatives so they could finish school. But it was horrible. And also in Norfolk, is it Norview High School? One of those high schools in Norfolk.
Norview,
One of those high
Norview or Norcom, one of them, isn't it?
black people in, they just shut the school
Hmm.
down.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. And I mean, but it was just crazy to me when she was telling me this because I'm like, damn, 5 years later, I was born.
But
You know what I'm saying?
listen to this craziness though. But that was an extreme. You talking about black white? But listen to this. We got a new Well, Virginia has a new governor, Youngkin, right? First thing he did, they wanted to sign the bill like kids don't have to wear masks, but their parents don't want them. Not considering anybody else's family, child, or teachers or anything, right? So what's the difference in that? Where his kids go to a private school in Maryland, Georgetown Prep, put that out there. Georgetown Prep costs about 60,000 a year, and under a mask mandate, wear a mask every day. But he told the kids in Virginia, oh y'all ain't parents in Virginia, oh y'all ain't gotta wear no mask. But his kids taken care of. Same kind of thing to me.
And fully
It's
vaccinated, I'm
the same
sure.
kind of thing. It's
Well,
like
isn't
we
that
don't care if they're
something?
protected. We don't care if your kids protected because mine are. And all my friends go to Georgetown Prep or Gonzaga High School, college in DC, or every Bethesda, a day school, all that. Our kids wear masks and we're good. We've been
Mm.
vaccinated. Our kids are vaccinated. No, your kids don't have to be vaccinated. I mean, to me, it's a modern day same situation.
That's crazy. The only flip side great thing to this is that we talked about and we laughed about it was that that's why a lot of them are dumb as fuck because they didn't go back to school, right? And then when they had the private school, they opened up the new school, right? Because they couldn't afford the private school anymore that they opened up for them, but their dumbass still didn't go back to the other school. So then you got this whole,
You crazy
I
girl.
know in real life, hats off to your dumbasses, right? Oh, for real, because I'm telling you, people be looking at me like, damn, why you watch all this crazy shit? The goddamn Family Guy, goddamn go, all the cartoons is where this shit is at. I watch good.
You
I watch.
always say that too,
Yeah,
Mom.
I watch the good white comedy because it tells you that they dumb as fuck. South Park, all that shit. You know
I
what I'm
always
saying?
say cartoons are for adults. They ain't
They
for
are.
kids.
They are. They were
Cartoons
originally
are for
created for us. Bugsy won't carrying around no gun, no Uzi and shit for no goddamn kid. You know what I'm saying? Nigga was a gangster. He was a whole gangster.
They making bombs, dynamite, shit, the robots.
Right, right. You know what I'm saying? He was a whole gangster. So you gotta have a little bit of comedy in this shit. But and this is why they follow Trump because they're ignorant. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they're ignorant. But hats off to the black folks because the black folks made their kids still go to school. You know
The
what I'm
ones,
saying? They
the
knew.
ones that could go to school because like a lot
Right.
couldn't, and they
Yeah.
where they
Yeah.
couldn't, But I
Hmm.
feel like that mentality, um, I don't think it's changed, and I think now it's coming back out. I think somebody said it best because I think it was Google or somewhere that put out a Black History Month statement talking about thank you to all our designers, African American designers, and blah blah blah, whatever, to help us daily. And somebody tweeted back, well, "What about the rest of? What about the white designers?" And then they were like, "It's Black History Month, so we thinking the black people." And it's like, "Well, what if we find another job? Good luck with that." And again, they was like, "What if we
Word.
don't have those type of
Word.
people?" And I'm like, what?
Word.
So
Word. You know what the other part about that too? There's some white folks that's really tired of this shit.
a minute amount of
Yeah, they tired of this shit though, bro. I mean, it really is something.
what
They
can
like
I
enough
do?
is
What can
enough.
I do? What can I do? Nigga, I don't know.
Right.
What I looking like? See, that's the problem. I'm not the black representative. Don't ask
You
me.
black though. You supposed to
What can
know
I do?
already.
Right. Right.
Eyeliner. Oh, eyeliner. No, you're okay. Whatever. Wear a shirt. You want to buy a t-shirt?
No, you like
Right. I don't know
first
what to
thing you
tell
need
them.
to do is deposit
That's what I
$5,000
was
into
thinking.
this account.
Prince.
What else do they say? Sign your property over to a
You
bitch.
know,
Hold
For
on,
property.
real.
let me get my pen. Hold on.
Make that payable too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Why is it going to Costa Rica? Don't even worry about that.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean, they ain't even got to leave it to me if they don't want to. Long as my grandkids straight out, you know what I'm saying? Long as it's touching somewhere on my
Right,
deal, I'm good. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
So
Hmm.
it is Black History Month. I know, I don't do Black History facts because, I think we should be learning them and the kids should be learning them all the time. So, you know, I don't really, like to do that. I like to read them though. So thanks for people on Facebook and Instagram that's doing that. But I do support black businesses, but I support them more than just in
In
February.
February,
Oh yeah, all the way around the clock.
I'm trying to make it a way of life, not just a thing because we always talk about the narrative and everybody know what the narrative is when you say black business. I'm not going to repeat it on here, but you know the narrative, and I just want everybody to give that same energy to every other business because when you
mm,
go into the bodega or the what y'all call them, what's the stores, like
the Habib store.
the Habibs, okay, and
Yeah,
and they yelling at you and yelling at the person to get off the counter and move your feet and they ain't taking all this change. But then you go back tomorrow and you never complain or when they don't put the mayonnaise on your bread and then tell you to get out or they charge you double for a soda and then say you stole it. But y'all keep going back and y'all don't complain.
yeah,
Complain about it as you walking out and then go back
Look,
to the next
soda's
day.
soda's temperature like 81 degrees
Right,
in the
exactly.
cooler and shit.
Right.
And
Then
that
they tell you
funky
this
ass
shit been
smell.
broke for a year.
Yeah, I'm
That
not
damn beer,
buying that
beer hot
shit.
as a motherfucker, right? Beer hot as shit.
a little 12-ounce can or Pepsi. But you good. But let a black
Potted
man
These
meat,
damn
dusty as
damn
hell.
chips in the bag, chips in the bag, the bag this big, add that much, only
a
that much chips
plastic
and
bag,
shit.
mhm,
Expired June 1st,
a can of beans,
2019.
$2.99.
Yeah,
Yes, all of that. all of that. But you don't complain. You keep going back. For the black business, let them say you're gonna get it by 12 o'clock on Tuesday, and it come at 12:15. Lord Jesus, the world broke out. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, I'm never shopping with them again. I need the black. They said 12 o'clock. I'm not paying for this. I'm trying to this. Let that happen. Let that happen.
I stand corrected, man. I'm gonna do better this year.
No, I
I
understand,
will, but
Big
I put
Joseph.
all of them on blast though. On for real, I put all of them on blast. I don't give a damn what black, yellow, blue, green. I don't give a damn.
Put them all on blast or put none of them on blast because
Yeah, I put all of them on blast.
and then we say stuff like, "Oh, I'm buying this whatever hair care product," and I'm like, all these people, these black people selling these hair care products, and you buying it from these white people with you know Hawaiian silky hair, and your hair look like,
Right.
but you know what I'm saying. So how does she know
Yeah.
your hair going?
Yeah.
But you buying, but you supporting them, but the black person's product costs too much. But it's the same
Yeah.
price. And
That's
why
how Carol's daughter went under. You absolutely right.
she sold out? She sold
Yep.
to a bigger company, which applaud her because she made her money. But anyway, um, I'm just saying if anything can happen during Black History Month is support black businesses. I mean, support black accountants, support black lawyers, support black teachers, support black even no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say preachers. Support black
You
just
said black accountants.
yeah,
I'm like, I'm at
black
hold my finger up on no. I
support
ain't
black.
there yet.
No, I mean, hey, they, if you got a bad accountant, it's a bad accountant. All Jews,
Right. Yeah.
you know, just like all Jews ain't crooks. All black people not criminals.
Yeah, that's
So,
true. That's true.
but don't fuck with Chinese. But anyway,
They are Asian. They are not Chinese.
specific, babe.
Oh,
I'm
you specific with it.
Koreans.
They like the Nigerians and shit. They're the Nigerians of the Asian world.
Chinese and yeah, I fucks with them. Don't fuck with Chinese. I fucks with them.
Oh my God.
Racist, own your shit. Look, own your shit.
Hey, shoot. Look, we looked at. I don't know if you watched the Olympics, boy. Both of them, they let us know. China trying to come around the curve, boy. They letting us know.
Own their stuff. Own your stuff. If you racist, then racist.
Hmm.
If you
Yeah,
black products. I mean, try to black something out.
yeah, yeah. I really do. Yeah, and I say shout out to all three of us because we do try to do that. We do share the information. We all try to buy something from them. We really do.
Just trying to think of all the stuff that's out there that's black. Anything that I don't know, and the black people do, let me know because I love to buy.
Hmm.
Somebody black to have an HP printer. I mean, it's not an HP, but a whatever black person's name.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
encourage that this month. If you want to do something, instead of teaching them about Martin Luther King, or Jerry would say Martin
Right,
Luther King,
right,
Rosa Parks sitting on the
Eh,
bus or whatever, all that shit.
right.
Just teach them about the ethics.
And you can't say they can't say that they can't afford it because the majority of these black businesses, you know what I'm saying, they all on Zelle. I mean, Sezzle. They on Afterpay. They on Klarna. They on a firm. So you got four payments or something. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
buy black, support black. If you need help on starting a black business, you can hit me
Yeah.
up, you can hit Monica up, you can hit Carrie up, you can hit us up jointly. We'll figure it out for you. And if you're really trying to do the right thing, we here for it. I mean, well, I know I am. I'm speaking for y'all, but I'm here for it. So yeah, if you want to do that, do that. Forget the Martin Luther King. Oh, let me just run it down. Martin Luther King graduated when he was 15, went to Morehouse, graduated with a degree, went to Boston University, graduated, became a pastor, went to his daddy's church. Name was Michael, then it changed to Martin Mary Coretta. Then they had some kids, and then he was basically civil rights activist and leader. Got shot in Memphis, died. We still talking about it,
Right.
and we still talk about civil rights. That's that story. So you don't have to repeat it nor teach it to your kids this year. Instead, buy black or start a business with your kids. So
Right.
that's it.
And I just want to share this with you guys since we talking about Black history. This came in the mail today. This is the Mary Jackson bronze coin. Take your mute off, Carrie. We can't hear you. This is
Oh
the
yes,
bronze
look what
core
happened.
Finally, finally,
that
You
people.
came
got it,
today.
Monica.
Yeah, yeah, y'all's are on the way. Just give it some time. You know, they ran out, but this one came, a couple of them came today. Really
Very
exciting.
nice.
Mary Jackson, one of the three sisters from Hidden Figures. By marriage, this is my husband's great aunt. And
Yes,
Yes.
we played a huge part in the design of this coin and
that's
helped the
beautiful,
family with
sis.
it. It is just amazing, isn't it?
That's
That's
Big
amazing.
beautiful.
bronze
Sis. What a
coin, yeah.
wonderful tribute to your
Yeah, yeah, it
ancestors.
is. It is. It is. It was great to come. I'm bragging. I'm taking it to work tomorrow, and I got
Now,
some others on the way.
is
So
that
yeah,
community center? Is that's going to be named after her?
yes, Gonna be named after her.
School after her.
My
Is that name of school up there?
my school, Tucker Caps, has been renamed the Mary Jackson Elementary School. And
Oh,
what's so interesting about that? It's right behind her granddaughter's house.
Oh, that's
get
awesome.
out of
Yeah. Yes, it
here.
is.
What's
Uh-huh.
his name?
Wanda lives on Orchid, and Tucker Caps is behind Orchid Avenue, and it's right behind her house. So it's an honor and a privilege. Came in a great. It says aeronautical engineer, humanitarian, mathematician, and educator, and this is her scribing as she's putting together the mathematics for the wind tunnel.
Love that.
Yeah,
Woo,
yeah, and
a
this is her
fire queen right
What
there.
school did she go
holding
to?
space shuttle. It's good stuff, huh?
What school did she go to?
You know what? I don't know where Miss Jackson went to school at.
I
I need
don't
to figure
know.
that out. I do know she's AKA, was AKA, and I do know that she went for that additional engineer certification at Hampton High.
Yeah,
Never knew
Okay.
that.
like
They never
UVA,
taught
right?
her.
It was to
Yeah.
UVA. Right.
But yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all. It's an amazing, amazing piece.
Now, that's some Black history you can take home to your mom.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 I
That's
can't wait.
wonderful.
Will the Jay and I will be sitting this on our desk all week. We're gonna take it back and forth and share it, man. It's just
I
I'm be
love it.
Look,
cheesing like a mug at work tomorrow. So yeah, I'm excited about it.
it's
She
definitely a
went to
conversation
Hampton
piece.
University, and I knew that
Yeah.
because I had to shout out HBCUs. I know
She went to
HBCUs
where she was, Hampton University?
University.
Okay, yeah.
Graduated from Phoenix High School.
Yeah.
Got her uh, master's degree from University of Virginia. But
University UVA.
yeah,
Ah,
so that was back in the time when they didn't want us, and so we had our own schools. And the time that matter, but we were there strong. And that's my other.
Yeah.
I'll talk about this on another day. But when you're sending your kids to colleges and you're always picking these schools, think about HBCUs because now they want us, but back then they didn't want us. And then now it's
What? Go ahead, Mike Jones. Ah,
I was gonna say it.
now they hot, they all on
They
it.
all
Right.
up. Alabama wouldn't let us in, but look now, look at that football team. We look good, right? Hope I'm going to
How
Alabama.
about that?
Hampton.
That's a whole nother subject too, trying to get rid of affirmative action for the colleges and stuff. I mean, it's just amazing that we going through this stuff all over again, man. I just can't,
but
and
you
I'm
know
just
what? I don't mean to cut you off. I just want to say this. This is why I am like an advocate for the shit these young people come up with and how they view shit today. Like it's
yeah,
a
yeah,
totally different lens, y'all, and
yeah.
it
They ain't
needs to
playing
be
no
a different
games.
lens.
It
Yeah,
does. They
it
don't care
needs
nothing
to be
about it for
different.
real. They don't care nothing about it. They gonna say what they gonna say. They gonna do what they gonna do, and
They
that is
about to
it.
rock this shit. They
Yeah,
about to
they are.
stir some
They are.
shit up.
Yeah, I'm with them on it though, for real. I'm down with the Donkey Kong shit, for real. I
We'll
really am.
talk soon. It's not going to be 6 months till next time. We'll be
Oh
talking
No,
every month.
no,
So
no,
yeah,
because this was good. This was
good
wonderful.
talk.
I ain't
Good
done
talk.
this with y'all in a minute.
yeah, good
All
stuff.
right. Melanated perspective. We out.
Yep,
Appreciate you.
most deaf. Peace.